I had a strange feeling when it started. It got stronger, it didn't get weaker, but stronger, more positive. The feeling of a mixture, a kind of a cocktail. I don't know how to describe it, but I always have to say that the product alone is not enough. If you don't have the will to live, because whenever I felt bad, the only thing I kept telling myself was that I wanted to live. I wanted to live, and if you don't have this will, then the product can't help you with this will. In such a short time and with such intensity, there is no explanation. You have to try it. Otherwise, you will not believe it. My weight was 110 kilograms, and within 2 weeks, I lost 20 kilograms. My order was 10 jars of Synthesit. Thank you very much for having time to share your experience of taking Synthesit with us. A quick word in advance for future viewers who will watch us later and who do not know about us yet. Synthesit is an iron-based mineral which provides strength and energy to the whole body. Please tell us, how did you learn about us and how did you find about Synthesit? And please, introduce yourself. My name is Borco. I'm originally from Macedonia. I'm 42 years old and I learned about the product the first time through the website, which is called Freigeist Forum Tübingen. Okay, super. And somebody at that forum was presenting Synthesit. It said a miraculous product from Russia, something that you don't hear every day. So I continued reading. I went directly on your website and read about the cold fusion. Then I became more curious as to what it is exactly. And then, from the time I first heard about it to the moment I bought it, passed 3 weeks. So 3 weeks I was reading about it. And you were thinking, oh, what exactly did you want to understand? It was unreal to me because I saw the picture with a man who had one finger phalange cut off, and that he was testing it. But a cut-off finger is what you have permanently, it's not something temporary. But okay, I decided to give it a go, because I was already very ill. After my 2 operations that I had, I wasn't able to recover myself. Before it, I was very physically active, and then I felt worse and worse. I didn't even know whether in the next days I will wake up again or not. So I was going to die, to put it simply. When did you have your operations? September 2016 and March 2017. So, in a short time, 2 difficult operations. What kind of operations exactly? During the first operation, my gallbladder was removed, and the second operation was caused by tissue rupture, right above my navel, so there was a rupture. Was the first operation the reason as well? I assume the internal tissue became weak after the operation. I returned to work very shortly after, and in a year I was also very active. Then in 2018 I felt still good, but 2019 became already difficult. 2020 was very difficult for me. Health-wise, let's say, I couldn't work anymore, and every day I felt like dying. I had a constant feeling of chest pain and was expecting to die any moment. Whenever I felt dizzy, and I was thinking that is it now? Now I will die. And this feeling was constantly in my head, no matter what I did. It didn't disappear, and I was reading online that meditation might help and positive thinking, but it didn't matter how often I tried to think positively. This negativity would always come back like boom, I will die now, and then it starts, my blood pressure rises. And you had experienced this pain for a long time, since 2017, and then for 3 years? Serious chest pain appeared in 2020, so this year it became quite serious. And also, since it's Corona time, I cannot go to the hospital anymore or see a doctor, as this is not an emergency. I mean, they've cancelled the operations and nobody takes care of my kind of case. Then I said, now I will try to cure myself. Let's see what happens. Then you started reading more about it. It said 10 days. I mean, I was ordering from Austria, from Salzburg, so 10 days and then the product would be here. But 10 days passed. It said it was declared by customs, and 20 days passed, but the product was still not here. So the track number info stated that it arrived in Austria and it still needed to be approved by the customs. This took another 6 days. Then I thought, until I had got my parcel, I would have died twice already. Luckily, the package arrived and I picked it up. And I didn't take it immediately, but I picked it up in the afternoon at 2 p.m. May I ask, when did you start taking Synthesit? Now it has been 1 month, so 4, 5, now this is already the 6th week. So 6 weeks ago you started taking it. Yes, exactly. And it's 2 weeks now that I'm on a break because I ran out of the product. I was underestimating it. I was consuming it too fast, too much. I ordered 2 jars, so 40 capsules. 2 jars. And how have you been taking it at the beginning? At the beginning, I was holding it in my hand and was reading the suggested use. But it was all in Russian, and my wife helped me to translate it a bit, and she was skeptical because we didn't know it. It is something new, but I said, okay, I will try 1 capsule. Like I said, I picked it up at 2 p.m. and at 5 p.m. I took the first capsule and started to wait. Okay, and then the description says that the effect is different to every person. It's individual, correct? And it says that the first effect can be experienced in 20 minutes after the intake. What changes, observations did you first notice in your body, internal body organs, and externally? Okay, I will describe everything. I was sitting for 20 minutes past, 1 hour passed, 2 hours passed, nothing. I felt nothing. I mean, I don't know why I didn't feel anything. So I went to bed at 10 p.m. and then 15 minutes later I had an intense, very intense iron taste in my mouth. And I was thinking, where did that come from? As I forgot about Synthesit, and I didn't refer the taste to the capsule. It was extreme. It was a strong metallic taste. But okay, then I went to sleep, and the next day I also did not notice any changes besides this taste. How long did you have this taste? The taste didn't last long, but it was intense, like an explosion. Boom! There it was, and then it was gone again, completely gone, as if it was never there. And then I was waiting for the next day. I was really waiting. I went like this to work. I was waiting, nothing happened, and then in the evening I took another one. I was waiting again, nothing happened. Okay, then I told myself, now I have had enough. I need to do something. You are always taking it in the evening, the second time again in the evening, but nothing happened again. I was wondering why, what was going wrong. I have taken the product for the last 3 months. I have been experiencing a strange, purulent taste in my mouth, as if I had a sore inside of me. Yes, I understand. It started very strange, so then I decided to do my own therapy and started to take not only one capsule, but as following. I got up in the morning, it was the third day, I took one in the morning around 6 a.m. and nothing else for 1 hour. I was following the instruction as recommended this time, so 1 hour before taking the capsule, no meal, and 1 hour later, also no eating. Correct, okay, because I didn't want to mix any tastes, because I expected the bad taste again, but it didn't come back at all, only at the first time. And the third day, so one at 6 a.m., then after work at 2 p.m., another capsule. And after the second capsule, I began to feel strange, shortly after the second capsule, but not a bad feeling, but in a way strange, unknown. And then, around 10 p.m. in the evening, before I went to bed, I took another one, and in the morning, as I got up, the first thing I noticed was that I was not so tired anymore. I mean, I was not over-evaluating this, but I realized I was not as tired as usual. On the third day, I felt no fatigue, so I decided on the same day to go to the gym, because I felt myself quite strong. I started lifting weights, 30 kilograms bench pressings. It felt strange, because I had not trained for a long time. And also, I didn't have any muscle pain after it. Not at all. I was also not tired in the evening. I was not tired at all in the evening. But anyway, and this is how I continued for another 12 days with taking 3 capsules a day. So, 3 capsules a day, every day for 12 days. Then I realized that taking only 1 capsule was not enough. Then I immediately ordered more packs, as I wanted to take it longer. I ordered 2 more packs. The 2 packs are still on its way to me, but my 10-pack order has already arrived. Yeah, we are very glad about that. It surprised me because the other 2 packs are still at the customs. This process we cannot influence, unfortunately. What I forgot to say is that before I started the therapy 2 weeks ago, I weighed myself and my weight was 130 kilograms. And I don't know if I gained or lost any weight during these 2 weeks, but I believe I didn't, as I did not change my eating habits. Not at all. I eat as usual as before. Do you follow a special diet? Vegetarian, vegan? Not at all. I eat a lot of meat, fatty meat, lots of chocolate, everything you are not supposed to eat. Do you drink or smoke? Alcohol? I do not drink anymore due to the operation I had. It doesn't do me good. Of course, I understand. And do you smoke? Also not anymore. Like I said, as that life or death experience, I was finished. And in the first week I didn't experience fatigue, but for some reason, this strange feeling I had when it started, it got stronger and stronger, not weaker, but stronger and more positive. The feeling that is like a mixture, a cocktail of emotions. I don't know how to explain it. I cannot explain it. It is a very positive feeling, which is always there, as if I'm constantly happy. A feeling of being in harmony. And it is always there, and it doesn't go away. I don't have any negative thoughts anymore. Not at all. No more negative thoughts, like I had before. They slowly went away. And regarding my general state of being, generally, the pungent taste is gone. And how can I say I feel extremely light, and I am content with it, as if my state of being was never any different, but for me it was extreme. I think because I took 3, it really made a difference, because I didn't want to weigh myself right after the training. I was training very hard. On the 5th day I started training 2 hours a day, and I steadily increased the weight I was lifting. One day I was doing 2 sets. In that, chest, lower back, arms, upper back, legs, and always up to the limit. I didn't go to the gym just for fun, but I trained hard. I trained so hard to my limit until I could not withstand it anymore, and I constantly increased the lifting weight. Also, in that month, now it's not possible as the gym is closed because of Corona. I increased from 30 kilograms to 100 kilograms, weightlifting within 2 weeks. Incredible! I was afraid to do more because I was not sure whether my bones could endure this load, because it simply was a lot. It is better to slowly increase the weight, but you have had too much energy, I guess, so that it was possible. And then it happened that for 2 days I didn't sleep, and the next day, as the day started, I was on holiday. And only then I lay down. I cannot explain. I don't know. Something like this I have never experienced before, but I cannot explain it either. My wife then said, "You had not slept for 2 days. Are you okay?" She was asking me, and only then, as she said it, 15 minutes later, I felt my tiredness. But before it, not a hint. Time became a relative concept. It didn't matter if it was 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. Time didn't matter anymore, like a feeling, as if I don't know, poof, like an explosion. Something like this I have not experienced. That is great. And still, as I ran out of capsules, as I didn't have any more, 1 week later, I weighed myself one more time, and I was 110 kilograms. In that, I lost 20 kilograms within 1 month only. Within 1 month. Yes, so despite the hard training and with no diet. I had been eating as before, and I was following the instruction of not eating before and after taking it. The rest stayed the same. 100 grams of chocolate bar eaten up at once, 1 kilogram of meat, also like I said, everything I was not supposed to eat, although it is recommended to watch your diet and eat healthy. But I didn't watch out for this at all, not at all. And when it was finished, I was waiting for the next capsules. 1 week later, I weighed myself again, and I was 103 kilograms, taking into account that I hadn't taken any capsule for that short period. That is, I lost another 7 kilograms. I didn't do any sports, the gym was closed. I continued eating as usual. I ate a lot. The only thing that is slowly coming back is my tiredness. In that regard, I'm getting a bit more tired now. Regarding my strength, I don't know. Like I said, the gym is closed, and I cannot check it. But the will to live didn't go away. It is still there. You have a constant positivity in your life. When you say positive, that is even a wrong expression. Rather, it is an explosion of optimism, what I didn't expect at all. Although I didn't change my way of eating. I had a great weight loss. Normally you sleep for 8 hours at night. I don't need to. I can lay down and can choose to sleep or not. That is a strange thing. If I just lay myself down now, I could go to sleep within 10 to 15 minutes. But I can also stay awake for 2 days and not get tired and not get weak. Also, my concentration does not go away. Not at all. Maybe I experience an itching in my eyes, but that is also it. And one more thing regarding your operations and sickness, did you experience any changes with your scars, or has there been any other external changes, like on your skin, nails, and hair? Did you notice any changes there? After the operation, as at the beginning, my nails start to bend inwards. intrude into the skin? Yes, like the nails is formed. This is how it grew into the skin, and it hurt, because doctor said I had iron deficiency. I went to the pharmacy. I wanted to buy a natural product, a bioproduct. I bought something, took it, finished taking it, but the effect was very little. Only a slight improvement. This was right after your operation. No, a couple of months later. The doctor said I have the problem that I do not react like a normal person to anesthesia. So during the first operation, I woke up in the middle of it, because they didn't know how much to give me. They said that there might be a chance of me waking up during operation. They didn't want to give me too much, because then the risk of me not waking up at all would be too high. This is how they said it, and I guess this is why I woke up in the middle of it, and I saw how all equipment was sticking out of my stomach, my navel, and I assume it caused some internal damage. The tissue around the navel and the belly button area gave me lots of pain, and ever since I had been feeling very bad. The second operation was already with complications because of a rupture in the navel area. At the beginning it was 2 centimeters, but within 2 weeks it grew from 2 to 8 centimeters. I was not diagnosed as sick, so it grew to 8 centimeters and the 6 centimeters growth of doing nothing. And did something improve due to Synthesit intake? As the operation was performed through the belly button, I couldn't see whether there have been any improvement. No scars left on my body, but inside, above the navel area, where the small hole is, this is where I was operated. Now it all feels fine, yes, except for the fact that there is a mesh inside of me. And during the second operation, another problem was that I went into coma for 3 hours, and they were not sure whether I would wake up or not. They gave me too much anesthesia, so that I didn't wake up. Well, then we are glad that all is better now. It's great. I never would have thought that this is such a miraculous product, but I must say that the product alone is not enough. If the person does not have the will to live, because whenever I felt bad, the only thing I kept on telling myself was that I want to live. And if someone does not have this will, then also this product will not help them. But with the will, and only within this short time and intensity, one cannot imagine but must try it for himself. Otherwise, you won't believe it. What I will always recommend is that for somebody who is rather ill, like I was, that I am not anymore. I can say that I am feeling very good. Although inside, all wounds are not completely healed, as it is still too early to say for sure. I mean, it has only been 1 month, but generally, my way of life has extremely improved. This is something nobody can take away. I will recommend that for somebody who is sick, and they should use this in the way I did the first days. The first 2 days, take 1 capsule and observe how your body reacts. You will know right away how the body reacts, and if nothing happens, they should increase the dosage to 3 capsules. So these are already some words for our viewers, but this is my personal recommendation, a recommendation for those who need one. As sick as I was, yes, because I have to say that I never would have thought that I would last until the end of this year. Never. I was like a flower that stayed in the sun for too long and dried out. 2 days, this is how I felt, almost like dead. Did your wife also take Synthesit, and what did she say about it? Yes, she's also taken it, but she has not weighed herself yet. She's not sick, but she takes it because she gained weight. As we have 3 children, and that is why she got it. And she takes it, as she says, how quickly I lose weight. She takes it and says that now she doesn't feel tired anymore as before, and the weight around her belly is also gone. Nice! But she takes 1 capsule a day, only 1. How will I take it in the future? I am taking 2 capsules a day. You started taking 2 capsules a day. Today I received my order, and today I also started taking it again. In the morning, I took one, and before the interview, I took another one. Super! It was a pleasure talking to you. Me too. And we are glad that you shared your experience with us and what happened to you. Your story is very unique, and all of this happened only within 1 month. It is, as I said, you have to try it. One should not believe that it doesn't help. I'm absolutely sure, even willing to bet on my life, that what I experienced, 80% of people will also experience. It can heal. The other 20% is always a question of faith. If God wants to, then you can also leave. But if not, then you also do not leave. But the 80% will be healed, like I was. Nobody needs to tell me that their illness is incurable. This I do not believe. Super! If I can make it, many others can as well. Nobody needs to say that they have depression, negative thoughts, and they can't get rid of them. They can be 100% of those will disappear on their own. Would you like to say some words for our viewers, or I believe with this message we can already end the interview? What I want to say is that if somebody wants to leave, he should take it, and they can be sure that they will stay alive. Glad you see it this way. There's no sickness that this product cannot heal, except of course where surgical operations are necessary, like heart surgeries. But it changes your life. It goes on healing you also after the operation. Also, if you take a large dosage of it, be sure that everything will be fine. The overdose is impossible. You cannot overdose yourself with it. Even if I took 10 capsules at once, I won't die. This is impossible. It's not a poison. Yes, it is a natural product. Because many people think taking too much of medicine, one might get overdosed. But with this, you might only get diarrhea. That is it. But when you're very sick, you don't even get that. And are you taking something besides Synthesit? Nothing, only this, and I eat normally until now. Super, then we want to say thank you very much for your time. Me too. We wish you furthermore all the best success with the product, and goodbye. Me too. Goodbye. Bye.